What happens when your most advanced weapons are stranded because the land they need no longer exists? For months, HIMARS was Ukraine's golden weapon. Fast, precise, untouchable. But now, the battlefield is shifting. Bridges collapse. Command posts burn. Supply lines vanish. And at the center of this chaos, Russia's Fab Smart Glide bombs. These aren't just bombs, they're battlefield erasers. Especially the Fab 3000 with UMPK kits, which don't chase HIMARS. They destroy the roads, depots, and command centers HIMARS needs to survive. As the strikes happened, the question is rising. Are Western weapons still game changers when Russia is changing the entire game with Fab bombs? Let's dive into the information. This strategy of using the Fab Smart Glide Bomb has been proven effective against Ukrainian facilities. On 5th August, a footage shared via the Uncensored News Telegram channel, it revealed the elimination of a major logistical bridge by a Fab bomb strike. This bridge, vital for supply transport and repositioning of artillery units like HIMARS, was left in ruins. Without these arteries of movement, HIMARS platforms, dependent on rapid redeployment, are effectively choked off from their military operation. The strikes continued until the following day, 6 August. Footage was released of Fab 3000 bombs striking the command post of Ukraine's 93rd Special Forces Battalion in Konstantinovka. The footage captured from an aerial view shows how the facility exploded within seconds, sending thick smoke and massive fire into the sky. But it seems relentless. Another Fab bomb devastated a command post in Kherson. Russia launched an aggressive bombing using Fab Smart Glide bombs that targeted multiple Ukrainian command and logistics centers across the south and east. These locations are not random. They are critical nodes in Ukraine's battlefield architecture, ensuring that long-range systems like HIMARS can receive targeting data, communicate with reconnaissance assets, and synchronize with supporting units. The attack on 6th August wasn't stopped there. Another strike occurred in Rodinsky, where Fab 3000 bombs punished the command post of the 14th Defense Brigade of the Ukrainian National Guard. But in this attack, this incident didn't only involve the use of glide bombs. At the same time, Russian forces used Elmir guided missiles to destroy the UAV control station of Ukraine's 34th Reconnaissance Brigade in Antonivka, also in Kherson. These dual-action strikes, combining heavy bombardment with precision-guided systems, highlight Russia's coordinated attempt to decapitate Ukraine's military, all while crippling infrastructure. Every bomb drop means more than just a crater. It severs communication lines, blinds reconnaissance units, and isolates HIMARS crews that rely on UAV intelligence to hit targets effectively. If we take a look at several days before, earlier footage, prior to August 4th, Russia had already shown Fab bombs being dropped on Ukrainian defensive positions in the southern DPR region. This underlies that these bombings aren't isolated incidents, but part of a broader, sustained campaign. The Russian Air Force is not just targeting where Ukraine is strong, it is systematically attacking where HIMARS gains its strength through mobility, logistics, and command and control. One of the most revealing strikes came from August 7th, when the military news Telegram channel shared footage of a repeated bombing of the bridge in the shipyard district of Kherson, the same bridge previously struck. With Russia employing Fab bombs with significantly larger warheads, the destruction is deeper and faster. The footage shows the bridge in a deteriorating condition after only a few concentrated Fab strikes, demonstrating that what took HIMARS multiple salvos to damage, Russia can now accomplish in fewer, more devastating hits. Seeing how Russia can neutralize the HIMARS system quickly and accurately through relentless aerial strikes, a question is rising in the sky. Is HIMARS truly as formidable as it's been believed to be? Or is it actually the overwhelming power of Fab bombs that has shifted the balance of modern warfare? Check this out. HIMARS has long stood as a symbol of battlefield agility and precision, striking deep behind enemy lines and vanishing before retaliation hits. With its shoot-and-scoot tactics, guided munitions, and long-range accuracy, HIMARS reshaped several phases of the Ukraine-Russia conflict. But the game has changed. Russia's deployment of FAB bombs, especially the FAB 3000 variant enhanced with UMPK glide kits, has not only checked HIMARS, it's begun to cripple the very environment that makes it effective. Unlike HIMARS missiles, which require external guidance and are subject to interception or jamming, FAB bombs are simple in concept, but devastating in execution. Dropped from Russian aircraft at standoff distances, these bombs glide silently and unstoppably across kilometers before slamming into targets with massive explosive force. HIMARS depends heavily on movement, relying on intact roads, bridges, and logistics corridors to maintain its tempo. FAB bombs strike precisely at these lifelines. With access routes gone, being struck by FAB bombs, HIMARS launchers are either trapped in static positions or forced into predictable movement patterns, making them easier to locate and neutralize. The unmatched payload and glide range of FAB bombs give them superiority over anything HIMARS can avoid, but mobility is only one part of the HIMARS formula. Its firepower depends entirely on reliable ammunition supply, synchronized reconnaissance, and command coordination. Russia's FAB campaign has consistently struck these deeper support structures. The attacks launched by Moscow weren't just random strikes, they were calculated hits on the HIMARS operations, leaving it in vain. Once depots burn and communications go silent, no launcher can function for long. FAB bombs don't just destroy equipment, they erase operational continuity. What was once a battlefield predator is now being hunted from the skies. Russia's FAB bombs, with their combination of brute explosive force and unchallengeable reach, are proving to be more than a countermeasure. They are an answer, a direct and devastating response to the Western theory of mobility-based warfare. HIMARS, for all its engineering brilliance, is still a machine that requires an ecosystem to thrive. FAB bombs are wiping that ecosystem out, one crater at a time. Can Ukraine stand within Russia's bold and strategic move in the future? What are your thoughts on this? Drop it in the comment section. Until then, thanks for watching.